Darnell.
Oh, this is after getting exposed? Damn.
20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Darnell?
Oh, he tried to give advice.
Yo!
This aged badly, bro.
It always be your own. Getting on you. Talking about how you could do better. Welcome back to another video. Hope your day is going good. In today's video, man, we got Shannon Sharpe has some serious allegations. Now, today's video is gonna be a two-part video. We're gonna also tie it in with Ty Buggy's Shannon Sharpe's allegation exposes men's dangerous addiction. Because it's the same video. I'm just not gonna watch all of one. I'm gonna watch Omizi's video today because this one popped up for me first. So let's get into it. T-Raw, you got something to say about Shannon Sharpe, bro, before we start?
I don't know what allegations they have against Shannon Sharpe, but I do know he move around a little zesty, so I don't want to find out that he's alternate, but hey, that might be the case.
This man.
What Shannon need.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby need. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon need. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
Oh, she's making a valid point already. Let me tell you something, bro. I already say this right now, bro. I'm already about to enter into a whole new phase of my life. And entering this new chapter, I ain't talking to no girl that's not 25 and up, bro. It's just a matter of maturity, bro. I went to high school just to record some footage because I know a lot of people can take that out of context. I'm paid to record at these little sporting events. And I'm going to these trap meets. And, bro, these little girls are starting to dress and like grown women, bro, but you can see the immaturity. I'm all about what's in the brain, bro, right up here. I don't give a fuck about physical. Physical will fade, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I done said it in the video. Go find you something nobody else want, my nigga. You already know.
I know. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon.
Damn, it looks like Monique was hella right about Shannon Sharpe. Over the past couple of years, Uncle Freaky Shannon Sharpe has gone through a meteoric rise, seemingly becoming a staple in the sports media sphere. Right now, his contract is up with Colin Cowherd's The Volume Network, and he is slated based on valuations to land a lucrative $100 million deal for his famous podcast, Club Shay Shay and Nightcap. Now, just a couple of months ago, Fox Sports Network went through a slew of allegations about the sexual deviancy between Skip Bayless and some of the other cast and co-hosts like Joy Taylor and Emmanuel Aicho. Now, naturally, no one knows what happened to that lawsuit, but one thing that stuck out the most was that everybody's freaky Uncle Shannon Sharpe seemingly skated by without any sort of scratch in that situation. He was there during all the accusation years, but nothing stuck to his jacket. But all that will come crashing down when everyone's favorite and most reliable attorney, I'm talking about John the Baptist level of respect and trust, Tony Busby, came out with a new lawsuit of a young woman alleging that Shannon Sharpe had...
Hey man, Tony Busby is on the roll, boy. That nigga throwing out lawsuits left and right.
Raped her for $50 million. Look, I'm going to go ahead and break the fourth wall because I know somebody's not going to be able to understand the level of sarcasm that I'm trying to put down. I do not believe that Tony Busby is any sort of respectable man. I think that he is a liar, as people call an ambulance chaser as an attorney. And this is the same lawyer that attached his name to a lawsuit claiming that Drewski was a part of some freaky stuff. The one who was also representing somebody who was then tasked with lying on Jay-Z and P. Diddy, mucking up that whole situation. Literally, she came out and retracted everything that she said, saying that Tony Busby asked her to lie. So I do not believe that Tony Busby is any sort of respectable man. I just want to put that out there.
I'm not a lawyer, but Shannon Sharpe is being sued for $50 million in a lawsuit that accuses him of a number of things. And I read the 14-page complaint, so let me tell you exactly what Jane Doe is alleging Shannon Sharpe did. Now, the lawsuit was filed by attorney Tony Busby, who we know well, on behalf of his Jane Doe client. The suit says that Jane Doe met Shannon Sharpe at a gym in LA in early 2023 when she was 19 and Shannon Sharpe was in his 50s. Sharpe aggressively pursued her and she eventually gave him her...
Bro, 19 to 50? Jesus. Oh my God. That's nasty, bro. That's your granddaughter. God damn it.
her number. But before the two of them even hang out, he apparently tries to get her to sign an NDA. She refuses to sign it, so he eventually stopped asking and invited her over. Jane Doe agrees to go over, and according to the complaint, the very first night was disturbing and unsettling.
Now let's get some things out in the open. Shannon Sharpe was in his mid-50s. She was 19. Asked for an NDA. She didn't sign.
Had to get that good cereal milk. Back to the video.
These are all things that are alleged by the plaintiff in the situation, but apparently on the first day that she had went over there, she had gotten sexual with Shannon Sharpe. And the first night that she was there, they had sex, and it was noticed that it was on camera, but without Jane Doe's consent. It's very important. Then the next day, Shannon Sharpe invites her back to the house. Again, all alleged by Jane Doe. She shows up 5 minutes late. Shannon Sharpe is upset, grabs her by her neck, and then this kicks off their 2-year toxic relationship that they have that's filled with control, violence, anger, a bunch of different emotions, etc., etc. Now, again, all these things are alleged by Jane Doe herself in this complaint via Tony Busby. Shannon Sharpe himself unequivocally denied everything that was going on. He said that it was a consensual relationship. He even submitted a statement that included text messages, or at least typed up versions of the text message, that included explicit and graphic text messages initiated by the young woman in question, also exposing her name to be Gabrielle Zuniga, which she was going by Jane Doe, but Shannon Sharpe felt the need to put it out there. Now, the purpose of this is to portray that Shannon Sharpe himself was free and clear. This was a consensual relationship, and now he's being extorted. What I found very interesting in these text messages is that Shannon is into some pretty nasty stuff. No, I don't.
Why you say, oh my God, for? Let's hear it.
Cause I'm just putting it together. Shawty told him her name was Jane Doe. John Doe.
You thinking that it's still some zesty shit?
I don't even necessarily mean the
I'm just saying,
things.
like,
I don't care about that. But there's a couple
John
text
Doe,
messages in here that are very telling.
You know, it's used for like unknown, like an unknown, right? And then Shawty flipped it to Jane Doe and told her name was Jane Doe. So who knows if Shawty was even really 19 for it? Well, they went to court, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but still, bro, dating a girl, that's what I'm saying. You're 50. Why the fuck are you talking to any girls in their 20s? Are you gonna pass that now? The lowest I'm going in my 50s is like 35.
Yeah.
Like 35, because I still want to see some young thing, but she's not too young or she's like immature. She done been through it. She could be stuck in her ways. I don't give a fuck. Just get this nut off real quick. I'll still be on that as an old nigga. What the fuck?
This is funny.
Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. That's my daddy. F. I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better.
Oh, that's the female who said that?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Snap.
Okay, so he be playing with the race shit. They be doing race play. Here's a white girl, I can tell. All the gays,
yeah,
and they play into the race whole thing. I want to put my tongue in your ass. Oh Lord, Shannon likes his B-star.
Crave it because you're gonna be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in.
We not doing
Shannon's into race play. This is a clear fetishization of a black man who is bigger and stronger, and these play on words are giving very much race play. I did find it interesting that Shannon Sharpe did not release his side of the text messages. I mean, if it was truly consensual, you should have no problem with putting out these things. Ultimately, you don't need to put these things out in the first place. This is court of public opinion. This does not ultimately matter in the say-so, at least to me. But I did find it weird that Shannon Sharpe introduced the fact that he does have a race play fetish to the conversation in an attempt to exonerate himself. Now, Tony Busby and his collective were very much well equipped for something like this, so they had a clip ready for Shannon, ready for Uncle Freaky Shannon.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Oh my God.
What do you say?
Yo.
I don't.
You know what?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, this Sharpe out here talking reckless, bro.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
You're coming to LA tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look. Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Now, that doesn't state that he raped this woman. I do think that they have some sort of relationship going
Shannon
on.
Sharpe,
I wouldn't
bro.
talk to my girl like that.
I don't know if he
great
raped
I
her
don't know.
or
I
not,
think that is weird. But with that being said,
don't
Shannon
know,
Sharpe
bro.
knew that Tony Busby was
I
ready to
wasn't
play
talking
hard.
crazy
So he
on the
skipped
phone.
out on ESPN the next day, skipped out on his
I wouldn't put it
nightcap
past
show
him,
and
bro.
any sort of postings, and went on the offensive. Sat down, read all the documents, and found that Tony Busby
boy
potentially had
said,
a
"I
piece of
took
evidence
this
that was so
out,
damning that he needed to get out in front of this. Shannon Sharpe needed to put himself in front of this and put down some heat to get it off his name.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby.
All right, Shannon, you're on trial now. How the fuck do you know that the footage exists if you were not in your house and you were at the girl's house? How the fuck you know the footage exists, Shannon? Talk to me, Shannon. I want to believe you're innocent, Shannon. It's not too much. It's not looking too good.
Hey, man. Once he said he'll choke this shotter, I don't know, man. I started raising my eyebrows after he said that.
Oh, shit. No, this is bad, bro. It's not a good look, dog.
He targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you can possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what?
Put the whole video out for what?
So he could prove that.
No, bro. Nobody wants to see Shannon laying pipe for 10 minutes straight, bro. Ain't nobody want to see Shannon laying no pipe for 10 minutes.
Man, trying to prove his innocence, bro.
No, fuck that shit.
They gotta see the whole video in order to prove if he guilty or not.
Nah, fuck that. And how the fuck you know it's 10 minutes long, Shannon? I'm feeling like this is some OnlyFans promo this nigga Shannon got going on, cuz.
Man, know how long he's masterful.
What happened, and you're trying to
This is
me.
crazy.
The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup. Coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do.
19-year-old OnlyFans model named Gabby, aka Carly. Oh, Uncle Freaky Shannon Sharpe. I know this is a complete side note. I think Shannon Sharpe is extremely weird with the way that he is very much an open sexual person. Like, I don't think that sexuality should be hidden. It's okay to say that you're attracted to men, attracted to women, attracted to whatever you are. But the way that Shannon Sharpe goes about presenting how sexual he is over the past couple of years is disgusting. And the opportunity to send out whatever text he needed to display that this was a consensual relationship, he decided to put in the fact that there was a portion of it where he wanted his B-star eaten. I don't know. I think he could have did that without doing it. In the same conversation,
what I read
he
earlier.
knows there's a whole 10-minute video that he would release if he had it. We don't need 10 minutes of
How did you know it was 10 minutes?
I just told you, bro. The man know how long he's masterful, bro.
I'm talking to Shannon right now, bro. If you ever know, bro, y'all go ahead and comment below and send me the link if Shannon ever responded to this video. Not our video, but the video basically of how he knows it's 10 minutes. I gotta see the reasoning behind that, bro. Like, that shit is crazy.
Shannon Sharpe
I've never
stroking and
smashed a
poking
bitch
on
on camera
film
and
in
know
order
exactly
to
how much time
know that this was
the
a
footage
consensual,
was.
not relationship.
Okay,
Like,
and
I
I've
think
done
that shit is so
several
weird.
times.
So how you don't have the video when it was
Multiple
recorded, Sharpe?
times.
Maybe that was made up. Look, I don't know what's going on here, and it's really not
Shit.
my place in space to pass judgment.
I
don't defend
I
celebrities.
tell you how crazy it is. I done hit a bit one time, and I thought we made a whole film just to go back and look and see it was only 3 minutes. So how the fuck you knew it was 10? You could have been going crazy. You know what I'm saying? That shit just hit you. Oh, I think it was 10 minutes.
This looking funny.
In reality, that shit could have been 5.
He timed it, bro. He looked at his phone before he started hitting. Soon as he got out, looked at his phone. Oh yeah, that was a good little 10 minutes. What? Trying to get something to eat.
Because I know celebrities do weirdo stuff. There is very much a possibility that Shannon Sharpe, Uncle Freaky Shannon Sharpe at that, definitely did all these things that he's being accused of. However, semicolon, whatever, this is Tony Busby. I think the simple fact that if a lawyer by any other name was attached to this case, people will be looking at Shannon Sharpe much, much, much crazier. But Tony Busby is known to be a fraudster. He is known to be some sort of gimmick. Like, he is known to put out fake lawsuits like this. Most of the criticism that I've seen online and even have about this situation doesn't have anything to do with the allegations in the case. Most of the criticism comes from Shannon Sharpe, who is 56 years old, having sex with a 19-year-old girl.
Shannon Sharpe talking to a 19-year-old. I will admit that it is fucking weird. I'm 31. 19-year-olds look like children to me, but not all of them.
Oh God. Most 19-year-olds look like children to me. Like I just said this earlier in the video, man. I went to a high school and I'm like, I do not understand how adults try to talk to kids. It is the strangest thing. You can just tell they're just not all the way there yet. But anyways, man, I gave that enough. Now we're gonna hop in and hear from Ty Buggy's perspective on this very thing. We got Shannon Sharpe allegations exposes men's dangerous addiction.
Explicit text messages from Jane Doe to Shannon to set the record straight.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh Lord have mercy. If you said that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you.
Isn't it crazy how a man could be so great at one skill? Like, I mean, get himself so far just off of his training, his regimen, his consistency, but he could lack so bad in one place in his life. And that one place that he lacks in his life.
Bro, shout out to Ty, bro. Look at how you can see two different perspectives from two different people on the same topic. One is over here bashing him, calling him Uncle Freaky Shannon. And then yet we have Ty here giving a perspective about how Shannon Sharpe is a great man, because he is, bro. Not a lot of people can achieve what Shannon Sharpe has achieved. I don't want to ever take away or step on what Shannon Sharpe has done. You get what I'm saying? But we all have these flaws, sins that we're carrying around. And if we let them go unchecked, it's like a snowball effect, bro. It just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you know it, it's out of control. You're getting blasted all over everywhere about being a fucking weirdo. When really and truly, it's like, damn, bro, I just let my lust get the better of me, bro. Get the lust shit in check. Because as you get older, it gets worse. I'm so glad that I'm not at a space I was in like literally 4 years ago, bro, where I felt like maybe I was willing to jump. I done drove all type of distances for pussy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done did all type of shit. But you know what I'm saying? It comes to a point where it comes to a head like, damn, what is this gonna do for me, bro? You know what I'm saying? When I get exposed and I'm getting embarrassed. I'm getting put down. I'm losing out on money. I'm losing out on opportunities. I look bad in front of the huz. It's like there's no benefits. So I might as well just get in control of it, right? That's just how it is.
Life can ruin everything else that he possibly worked for. Everything else that got him to how far he has gotten in life. Right? And this story with Shannon Sharpe is nothing far from that. If you don't know the story about what's going on with Shannon Sharpe, check this out right here.
Here's everything you need to know about the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit. I mean, you probably don't need to know any of this, but now that you've been added to the group chat, whether you wanted to or not, you might as well catch up and know the facts. Shannon Sharpe, Pro Football Hall of Famer, media personality. I saw as of recently he was supposed to sign an $100 million media deal. Well, he is facing a lawsuit where he is getting accused of assault, shaker, and battery, and engaging in the intentional infliction of emotional distress. The lawsuit was filed anonymously in Nevada by Jane Doe, which means she's doing this all anonymously. I hope you didn't actually think her name was Jane Doe. She said that she was in a rocky but consensual relationship with Shannon Sharpe for 2 years. She says that she met Shannon when she was 19 years old at a gym in Los Angeles in 2023. Keep in mind, Shannon is 56. I digress. They had a consensual relationship for around 2 years, and then he assault shakered her in October of 2024, and then again in January of 2025. This is Tony Busby. He's the one filing this lawsuit. He's a trial lawyer from Houston.
He don't
who
even
has
look
filed
trustworthy.
over 20 lawsuits against Sean
That
Diddy
boy
Combs.
look like a
He filed a
scammer.
lawsuit against Jay-Z.
So,
You
and
can
now
see it in the
Shannon Sharpe.
boxy
He also was
eyebrows.
a part of the legal team that won settlements against Deshaun Watson for being accused.
Listen, y'all boys, do not trust a man that draws his eyebrows on every morning. Okay? You can clearly see this nigga be in the mirror. He got it pre-sketched onto the tape. You ever watch Ed, Edd n Eddy? Nigga has it pre-sketched on the tape. All right, boys, we're ready to go.
Essay of over 24 massage therapists. Jane Doe is seeking $50 million in damages. Shannon and his lawyers have denied all of this and called it a shakedown and an attempt to get millions out of him. Jane Doe said that Shannon progressively got more violent with her. He was recording their
This shit is crazy.
meetings, okay, without her consent. Lawsuit also says that he would threaten to off her if she denied his advances.
Off
Jane
her?
Doe's lawyers released an audio clip where Shannon said that he was going to choke the shit out of her. This audio sounded like a recorded phone call. Shannon's lawyers said that Shannon tried to offer her $10 million to settle the case before the lawsuit was filed, but she declined. Jane Doe's suit also refers to a separate lawsuit that Shannon is facing in New York with a woman named Michelle Evans, who claims that Shannon was in a relationship with her over a decade, but assault shakered her during an argument in 2010. Shannon made a public statement on Instagram claiming that Tony Busby is orchestrating all of this to take down a black man and draw on racial stereotypes. This is where it gets weird and people are asking to be taken out of the group chat. Shannon's lawyers released explicit text messages from Jane Doe to Shannon to set the record straight. In these texts, she seems to be saying that she wants baby gravy and his big black baby in her. And Tony...
She couldn't even say that with a straight face. But anyways, we already went through all this, y'all boys. I really wanted to hear Ty's point of view, because as you can see, whenever somebody has a very good point of view, it can cause and stir different thoughts, different dialogue. And sometimes, like when we're covering this, he says like it exposes men's dangerous addiction. I want to see the point of how he's tying in these allegations before I close this video out.
Great incident. I'll give my opinion.
Whether or not I think he's wrong or not. First of all of this stuff is alleged. Nobody's convicted of anything, so all of this is alleged, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Well, yes, more than likely, this woman probably seen Shannon Sharpe, because what she didn't say in that story is that Shannon Sharpe recently was about to sign a $100 million contract, I believe, for podcasting. So everybody can see, these numbers floating around. So I'm pretty sure she's seen an opportunity for herself, and she was like, maybe I could paint a picture, not knowing that he was going to have receipts too. Yeah. But on the other side, now that was the initial thing that I was thinking. But on the other side, hear people saying stuff like, well, why would you go back to him if he did that to you? Now, that does mess up her case if it was true that he was really doing this stuff to her. But at the same time, some people do this stuff for money, which doesn't make it right, but it also doesn't make that it didn't happen either. So, because I want y'all to listen to this audio right here. Tell me what y'all think.
Anything I say, you're just going to get out and you're just going to...
We heard the audio because it definitely happened. And I think that's why she recorded it, because she wanted, in case that anything ever happened, that she would have proof that Shannon actually had done something to her.
Yeah.
I think my biggest question with all of this was Shannon Sharpe being an analyst. I mean, this guy, he literally works for ESPN. He went to the NFL. He got to have some type of street smarts and smarts with numbers. So how didn't you see this finesse come?
She's so young that she could pop off. 20? She's 20. Darnell.
Oh, this is after getting exposed? Damn.
20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the... Darnell.
Oh,
he tried to give advice.
Yo.
This aged badly, bro.
It always be owned. It always be your own. Getting on you. Talking about how you could do better. I think we found the intro for this one, kid. Nah, but real shit though. It really do be your own, bro. Like, he's over here telling this man, oh, you talking to a 23-year-old. How could you? But then he's over here in the same breath talking with a 19-year-old. Can you fucking imagine that, bro? That's why I say take everybody what they say with a grain of salt, my nigga. A lot of times, bro, only apply what people say as long as you feel convicted within yourself. But a lot of this behavior, talking to young girls when you're already in your 50 plus, is weird activity. Well, stop the grooming shit, bro. She's half your age. She doesn't have as much experience. Why are we trying to manipulate? I just don't get it.
I didn't date her mom because... Why didn't I date her mom?
Like, this girl was 21 years old. I seen some people saying she was 19 years old. Whatever. She was way younger than you. What do you think she wants to do with your behind being 54 years old? At what point in time does reality kick in? And what does this young girl want to do with me? Right? Why is she allowing me to talk to her like this? Why is she saying, oh, put this big black baby inside of me? After you see all these dudes get finessed from these Instagram models, these OnlyFans models, how don't you see the play while it's being played right in front of you? Because I don't see Shannon Sharpe being a dumb guy, but I think he has the same problem that Anthony Edwards has and the same issue that Zion Williamson has.
Yeah.
For y'all don't know, Anthony Edwards just had to pay an OnlyFans model 18 years of child support. He chose to pay 18 years of child support so he doesn't have to deal with the child that he has with this stranger woman that he just wanted to sleep with. Then Zion Williamson gets exposed by a porn star, and I think he got her pregnant too. And you ask yourself, yo, what is it with these dudes? Why do y'all keep getting caught up with these girls? And honestly, it's for one reason. It is because y'all get so good at y'all skills, but y'all never learn to manage your lust. And this is why I feel like it's so important. As a man climbs the heights in life, it is important for him now to put down that hat. Put down that hat that he learned when he was growing up. That the more women, the better. A lot of y'all dudes, you have not been able to control your lust. So now you are 54 years old trying to mess with a 21-year-old, and your lustful eyes can't even see that she is playing games right in front of you. Why? Because your man downstairs is telling you, she want me. Yeah, it's game time. Yeah, she want Big Daddy. You convincing yourself of all of this because your analytical mind has been put down, but you never put down your lustful mind where you can think straight and tell yourself, yo, is she even worth it? Like, if I possibly risk myself, my $100 million, with her, would it be worth it? What I find so crazy is that a lot of men will shun on the man that's married and happy, or when a man says, you know what, I just want to settle down, you're like, you want to be a simp. Oh, you just want to bow down to a woman. Like the dude said in my video, you rather bend over on a knife for a woman when a woman will leave you at a drop of a dime. But then you see these guys that's moving in the single world and how they moving, they getting all these girls. Y'all wind up having to pay so much money to a girl that does OnlyFans, having a baby with the girl that does OnlyFans, or possibly losing out on millions of dollars, all because you want to run the streets and put your pee-pee everywhere. But y'all laugh at Russell Wilson, and for the life of me, I do not understand it. So now at Shannon Sharpe's grown age, at 54, playing that game that eventually has to stop. I know some dudes is like, nah, I could play this game until, don't get me wrong, get your bag, get your money. But to you guys that say, yo, I'm not getting married, I'm not settling down, I don't care if I'm 54, it doesn't matter to me. I want to ask y'all a question. So y'all plan on never having sons? Y'all plan on never having grandkids? Y'all plan on not giving into your generation? That's what I want to know. And then if you do plan on doing those things, but you don't want to get married, so are you going to get a random pregnant? Like, do you plan on having kids by baby mamas? Because this is what I try to push whenever I talk about how good the married life is
to get a
when you
random
marry the
pregnant
right
crazy.
one. Or you're going to be 54 sitting here looking at 21-year-olds and now everybody's looking at you like a creep, whether it's legal or not. But that's so wild to me that we sit here and we laugh at the Russell Wilsons. We sit here, we talk down on the guys that settle down and they go home to their wife. That's not the popular thing to talk about. So we talk about Future. Future, on the other hand, he got all these girls. He got this girl. He got that girl. It looked like he living the life that most of these young dudes want to live. But Future is pushing 40, playing these games with OnlyFans models, sitting here buying Birkin bags for OnlyFans models. But that's not simping. That is simping. Man that comes home and takes care of his business at home to a woman that feeds into his cup too, cooks and rubs his back too, treats him good too. That is not simping. Man that's running the streets and eventually winds up getting one of these OF girls pregnant and now has to give her money. Now he's getting pimped. So maybe he wasn't a simp, but now he's getting pimped. So that's the side of things that dudes do not know. I think the dudes that sit here and say they'd rather be single and have a whole bunch of girls on their line instead are dudes that never actually had that. Because I think the guys that actually has had girls on their line, they have somewhat came to terms with, bro, this shit not worth it. Like, what is all of this for?
Man, it right there. Oh, Lord. Ty just ended with a great point, man. Shout out to Ty Bucky. Always putting out good videos, bro. Yeah, man. I want to say that he's right, that guys who have had it want to put it down. But here's the thing. Time is a funny thing, you know? I just say it's about the type of man you are and the type of character you are. Like, if you're ready to put it down and you really put it behind you, then chances are you'll never think about it again. But if you're the type of guy who put it down because you got caught up in a situation, chances are if the situation happens to change, you'll go right back to rotation, all that. But, you know, outside of that, bro, he's right. I said this before, and I'll say it again. Stop chasing these 10s. Stop chasing these 9s. Shit, I even think you shouldn't even chase an 8. I feel like, bro, you should go out there in the world and go ahead and meet some 6s and 7s. They'll be the ones that are most likely on your trail anyways, no matter how chopped you are. You feel me? And then once you meet this 6 or your 7, you just bag that one. When you bag it, you got you a girl, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna be loyal to you, even though you're chopped, even though she's out of your league, she's not too far out of you. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's some great advice to leave y'all with, man. Go ahead, go settle down. Ain't nothing in the streets for you, man. Just some cold, hard truths.
Yeah, bro. When you reach a certain point in your life, stop dealing with immature females, bro. As you get older, your age bracket should go up. You feel me? Like, once you reach 50, you should no longer be dating anyone less than 25, 30. You feel me? Like,
They don't see me, nigga.
I know, but
Oh, my bad.
what was I?
Dating people in your age bracket.
Yeah, but I was just not getting ready to get to my next point.
By looking old and dating young people.
Yeah, man, Shannon Sharpe, bro, you ain't have no reason to be dating this female in the first place, bro. You already got the money. You already looks max, bro. You got the teeth. You go to the gym. Get you a woman of quality, bro. Stop dealing with these young skeezers and these young OnlyFans females. That ain't gonna do nothing for you, bro. She just make you lose cheese and you just look immature, bro.
Immature at your grown 50-year-old age.
For sure.
As you can see, if you made it this far, you are a real one. I think we should start dancing or some shit, boy. We gotta make this shit a little hard. If you made it this far, you're a real one. We can't do none of this without y'all. We love y'all. We're grateful for y'all, man. Go ahead, comment your favorite part of this video, and we gonna catch y'all in the next one. Ooh, 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 ooh.